Welcome to CashNest, the channel that fuels your ambition with stories of innovation, persistence, and success. Today, we're delving into the story of Airbnb, a company that redefined travel and accommodation. Our tale begins in the vibrant city of San Francisco, California, where two design school graduates, Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, were struggling to pay their rent. In a moment of inspiration, they recognized an opportunity nestled within their predicament. The city was hosting a design conference, and hotels were booked to capacity. They decided to turn their living room into a makeshift bed and breakfast for conference attendees. This simple yet innovative idea, born out of necessity, was the seed of what would become a global phenomenon: Airbnb. What set Airbnb apart from the beginning was the founders' unique perspective. They didn't just see a way to make a quick buck, they saw a chance to create something new, something that would change the way people traveled and experienced new places. They envisioned a world where anyone could belong anywhere, where every home could be a hotel, and every traveler could feel like a local. Their concept took the conventional model of accommodation and turned it on its head. Instead of sterile, impersonal hotel rooms, they offered travelers an authentic local experience, a chance to live like a local and feel at home in a foreign land. And for hosts, it was an opportunity to meet people from all walks of life and earn some extra income along the way. The idea was simple, but it was revolutionary. It disrupted the norms of hospitality and tapped into a desire for connection and community that traditional hotels had overlooked. It was a testament to the power of creativity and innovation, a reminder that even the most ordinary circumstances can birth extraordinary ideas. The founders of Airbnb had a vision, but the road to success was far from smooth. As with any startup, Airbnb faced its share of challenges and setbacks. The road to success is seldom a direct route. It's often filled with twists, turns, and unexpected bumps. This was certainly the case for the three founders of Airbnb. When they first launched their website in 2008, they had high hopes for their innovative concept. However, they soon found themselves struggling to secure funding. Investors were skeptical about the idea of strangers renting out their homes to each other. They faced rejection after rejection, but they didn't let it deter them. They had a vision and they were determined to see it through. Despite the financial difficulties, they pressed on, bootstrapping their operation and often finding themselves barely able to cover the costs of running the website. They even sold novelty cereal boxes to help keep the company afloat during the 2008 US presidential election. But financial troubles were just the start. They also faced a myriad of legal battles. In cities around the world, they were challenged by housing laws and regulations that hadn't been designed with a concept like Airbnb in mind. They found themselves in the crosshairs of lawsuits and regulatory battles, fighting for the right to operate their business. Yet, in the face of these challenges, the founders remained unfazed. They believed in their idea and knew they were onto something big. They were willing to fight for it, to navigate the legal mazes, to weather the financial storms. They were resilient, determined, and most importantly, they were innovative. They didn't just see problems, they saw opportunities for solutions. They didn't just see obstacles, they saw chances to prove their concept. They didn't just see challenges, they saw the potential for growth and innovation. The journey wasn't easy and it wasn't straightforward, but neither are most things worth fighting for. The founders of Airbnb faced their challenges head-on and turned them into stepping stones on their path to success. But for every challenge they faced, the founders of Airbnb found innovative solutions. Their story serves as a reminder that setbacks can be the catalyst for our greatest innovations. Innovation was the key to Airbnb's success. Imagination and inventiveness, once the seeds are sown, can flourish into groundbreaking solutions. That's the story of Airbnb. The founders, in their quest to solve their own financial predicaments, innovated. They didn't simply create a platform for people to rent out their homes, they reimagined the entire concept of travel accommodations. One of the company's early innovative strategies was the creation of a unique marketing campaign. Instead of relying on traditional advertisements, they leveraged the power of storytelling to connect with potential users. They painted a picture of a world where anyone could belong anywhere, turning ordinary spaces into extraordinary experiences. This wasn't just about finding a place to sleep, it was about fostering a global community of explorers and hosts. Airbnb also introduced new features and services that transformed the platform from a simple home-sharing site to a comprehensive travel hub. They launched experiences, allowing hosts to share their passions and skills with travelers, providing a more immersive and authentic travel experience. They also introduced a review system, encouraging transparency and trust within the community. Another innovative solution was their approach to problem solving. They didn't shy away from challenges but faced them head-on, turning obstacles into opportunities. When they faced backlash from cities about regulatory issues, they didn't back down. Instead, they worked with governments to create new laws that benefited both the cities and the hosts, proving that innovation isn't just about technology, but also about policy and partnership. But perhaps the most remarkable innovation was their business model itself. They turned the sharing economy into a global phenomenon, inspiring a new era of entrepreneurship. They demonstrated how technology could democratize access to resources, creating a win-win scenario for both hosts and guests. Their innovative approach not only solved their problems, but also revolutionized the way we travel. They proved that with a dash of creativity, a pinch of courage, and a hefty dose of persistence, anyone can disrupt an industry and create something truly remarkable. Airbnb's influence extends far beyond its founders' wildest dreams. It's not just a business, it's a global phenomenon, redefining how we travel and connect with different cultures. Imagine this, just over a decade ago, the thought of opening your home to a stranger, or opting to stay in a stranger's home over a hotel would have seemed, well, strange. Yet here we are, millions of us, embracing this very idea, thanks to Airbnb. But the impact of Airbnb is more than just a shift in travel preferences. It's an economic catalyst, especially in cities and countries that rely heavily on tourism. Small businesses and local economies have seen a significant boost as guests spend in local shops, restaurants, and experiences, creating a ripple effect that stimulates growth and prosperity. Let's also not forget the social impact. Airbnb has made travel more accessible to many who were previously priced out of certain destinations. It's also broken down barriers and fostered a sense of global community. How? By promoting cultural exchange and understanding. Hosts become ambassadors of their own culture, sharing their local knowledge, traditions, and customs with their guests, who in turn share their own experiences and perspectives. It's a beautiful cycle of cultural exchange that enriches both parties, and the numbers speak for themselves. As of 2024, there are over 7 million Airbnb listings in more than 200 countries. That's millions of people opening their homes and millions more exploring the world in a more intimate and personal way. But perhaps the most profound impact of all is how Airbnb has changed our perception of travel and accommodation. It's no longer just about finding a place to sleep. It's about finding a place to experience, to belong, to connect. It's about finding a home away from home. In a few short years, Airbnb has changed the way we see the world. It's turned travel into a journey of discovery, connection, and cultural exchange. And in doing so, it's made the world feel a little bit smaller, a little bit friendlier, and a whole lot more exciting. Looking back, it's clear that Airbnb has not only changed the way we travel, but also how we perceive the world around us. It has redefined our concept of accommodation, transforming it from a mere necessity to an integral part of our travel experience. So how did this happen? Airbnb's story is a tale of seeing the world differently. It's about recognizing that the comfort of home doesn't have to be limited to our own four walls. It's about understanding that every space has a story to tell, and that by sharing these spaces, we're sharing these stories. It's about fostering a sense of community that transcends geographical boundaries and cultural divides. But more than that, Airbnb's story is about the power of innovation. It's about looking at an air mattress and seeing not just a temporary bed, but a doorway to new experiences. It's about seeing potential in unused spaces and turning them into platforms for connection and exploration. It's about taking a simple idea and turning it into a global phenomenon that has revolutionized the travel industry. And yet it's also a story of perseverance, of overcoming setbacks and challenges, of refusing to give up in the face of adversity. It's a story that reminds us that obstacles are not dead ends, but detours on the road to success. It's a story that shows us that with grit, determination, and a dash of creativity, we can turn even the most unlikely ideas into reality. The world is a vast, diverse tapestry of cultures, landscapes, and experiences. And thanks to Airbnb, we have the opportunity to immerse ourselves in this tapestry, to weave our own stories into its rich, vibrant fabric. We have the chance to see the world not as a collection of destinations, but as a home. Airbnb's story is a testament to the power of innovation and persistence. It reminds us that with the right mindset, we can turn obstacles into opportunities. Here at CashNest, we believe in the power of such stories. Subscribe and join us as we continue to explore the transformative power of entrepreneurship.